Westfeld Recreation Complex, also known as Queenie Park Ice Rink, for the opening game of the regular season. This is 12U Peewee A3 division, and this is the regular season opener. We are done with declaration season. We have a few preseason scrimmages under our belt. We have 2 in-town tournaments under our belt, and we are finally ready to get going on the regular season. Today we'll have Kirkwood Stars versus the Northwest Arkansas Junior Ice Hogs. This is a rematch from when they met up in Wentzville for the Rolling Thunder tournament, and boy was that a fun one. Just high octane hockey all game long, especially that second period, end-to-end action, back and forth, high danger chances at both sides of the ice. The score ended up only being 2-1 Kirkwood, but that final scoreline does not reflect the amount of action in that game. It does not reflect the amount of scoring chances in that game. Both teams creating not so much heavy pressure, but just fast breaks and really dangerous rushes going. It was kind of like 2 counter-attacking teams going at each other, just trading haymakers at either end of the ice. No one really setting up camp necessarily and establishing a lot of possession and then resulting in pressure, but just turning the puck over and getting out on the break immediately. It was like 2 fast break basketball teams. It was like if you would watch North Carolina basketball against another fast break team. It just no one's using the play clock in those games. It's just attack going both ways. So I'm curious to see if we'll see that again today. One thing that we've learned early on in this season is that when you see a team one weekend, they may not look the same the next. We've seen both the Rockets and Chesterfield look very different against this same Kirkwood team from one weekend to another. Both of those teams looking much more dangerous than they did in preseason scrimmages when we met up with them this past weekend for the Veterans Cup. So you never do know what you're going to get out of any given team, even if you've seen them multiple times before. But I'm hoping for a similar game to what we had in Wentzville, because that sure was a lot of fun. I had kind of earmarked after that game this Arkansas team as potentially one of, if not the top contender with Kirkwood for the league title. After I saw them, they certainly had given Kirkwood the best pushback of any team to that point. Certainly there was the loss to St. Peter's, but I'm kind of throwing that game out as a little bit of an outlier. Kirkwood didn't put their best foot forward in that one. As far as when Kirkwood does show up with their A game, this Arkansas team had given Kirkwood the best competition to that point. Although the Rockets certainly had something to say about that this past weekend at the Veterans Cup. This league is shaping up to be much more competitive than I may have initially thought after seeing what the Rockets and Chesterfield could do against this Kirkwood side this past weekend. So it could be more than just these 2 teams going for that Blue Note Cup in February and early March. But we are underway here. Regular season play is in action. And Kirkwood, Sam Hughes finding David Kukla on the rush. Excuse my camera work. A little technical difficulty with my stand here. As Sam and David have been a dangerous connection, often playing with each other on the same line, seem to be able to find each other well in the attacking zone as that puck gets in on net for an easy save. Jacob shutting down any thoughts of a attack from Arkansas there. As it gets out to Jaden here, he ushers it across the blue line, but Arkansas takes over. And it comes back into the zone, but offsides. So Bryson takes the draw for Kirkwood here as we get going again. Blake dumps it in deep to the far corner. Arkansas collects it there. Turning it over though in the corner, Bryson centering off an ice hog before it got to the slot. Now Kirkwood behind the net. Battling for it, comes up the boards. And Arkansas finds the exit, now getting a little bit behind the defense. Ends up just being a weak shot from the wing. Had a chance for a break there. So they skate into the face-off circle. Back to the point. Dumping it back down deep into the corner. Gavin is there, pushes it back up those same boards. Switching sides to open ice. Will Dunbar overskates it there. Now back out to Aiden in the neutral zone and across the blue line offsides. So Kirkwood, fresh off the Veterans Cup last weekend. They made it to the championship game, but were defeated twice by the Rockets, both in group championship game. Kirkwood, the Rockets launch an attack. Here comes a breakaway, clean behind the defense, little move, but misses the outside bar. Looked like they had Rory beat going one way. And the puck comes back onto her. She intentionally lets that go to keep the play live with her defenseman comfortably right ahead of her. But a very dangerous look from Arkansas as they do turn it over here to Kirkwood. David dumping it deep into that far corner. And now Kirkwood going for a change. Jackson skating in quickly but can't hold the line. Comes over to Jaden and Arkansas takes it back. So Arkansas has had really good looks at goal early here, better than anything Kirkwood has seen at the other end. On that breakaway, it looked like they had sent Rory going the wrong way, made a move back to the forehand. But as they tried to wrap it around her pads, they also wrapped it all the way around the goal on the outside of it, missing the scoring chance. And we stay scoreless here early in the first period. Arkansas skating in, fend that off to the corner. Now Jaden breaks through the defense. Jackson comes in with him, centering. Oh, those Lowry bros, they are quite a tandem. It didn't have time to count up all the goals that they have connected for as Kirkwood's into the bottom of the slot, winning back the puck, still loose. Kirkwood gets a stick to it, it slides wide of the bar. Jackson picks it up in the corner, tries to get it to the point, but the Ice Hog was waiting for that one. Kirkwood does steal it back. As a long shot comes in, mostly as a dump in. Bryson slaps it around. Up to Jaden, finds Jackson, who gains the blue line. He meets the defense there. Puck goes behind the goal. Jaden gonna cut it off, but can't keep the handle. Arkansas skates it back up those far boards. Now chips it out ahead behind everybody, but also beyond his forward. So a bit of a break there for Kirkwood as it looked like Arkansas was again in behind the defense. Pass just a little bit too far ahead. of the rushing Ice Hog, and it goes all the way to the end for icing. Liam taking the draw, winning it. Slap shot, no problem for the Arkansas goalie. We'll do it again. But Jaden and Jackson, you saw them hooking up for Kirkwood's first real scoring chance. They have been quite the connection early in the season for Kirkwood. This puck squirts loose into Kirkwood's defensive zone. Jacob skates it behind his own goal. Now shooting it out. Can Liam, or that's Will, skate it down. They don't call icing, so Will does catch up to it, centers it, shooting, scoring! Aiden Lamb with the opening goal. So the puck gets to the far end. Icing was waved off, giving Will a chance to track it down past the end line. He was hustling after it, trying to get to it before that end line. So well ahead of everybody. By the time he caught up to it, plenty of time and space to find Aiden speeding into the low slot. He was all alone and doesn't miss from point blank. The first goal of the regular season for Kirkwood, giving them a 1-0 lead early here in the first period. Arkansas dumps it in. I imagine they may be a little bit frustrated about that goal. You'd seen an icing called against them on the other side, one that they wanted waved off, with their forward behind the defense chasing after it. Kirkwood does get that kind of call the other way and scores on it. This one hits. I think that sounded more like wood than iron. It must have been the stick of the goalie that it caught. Fell dangerously, but Kirkwood can't get it into the goal, and now Arkansas's come the other way. Held in, but now breaking out. And David goes for a chains instead of chasing it into the zone. And here comes Liam on the forecheck. Now held in by Jaden. Arkansas does get it out to neutral ice. Jackson's on the puck. Decides to send it back to his defense, but now it's turned over to Arkansas. Here they come. Block shot by Jacob. Gets it ahead to Jaden. He dumps it in. Jackson will track it down. Centering. Picked off defense. Bryson can't hold the line. So Kirkwood recollects back at neutral ice. Dumping it in. No icing here as Arkansas picks it up behind the goal. Off the glass, held in by Jacob at the point. He wraps it back around the goal, all the way to Jackson on the far corner. Over to Jaden. In the corner, looking for a pass. Picks out Bryson. Oh, he got to stick to it just on top of the crease, but didn't get his best whack at it. And the goalie is able to cover. Great pass by Jaden to find Bryson there in the low slot all alone. You usually see Bryson bury those. He is one of the top 3 goal scorers on this team with Jackson and David. 9 goals on the season for Bryson. As Arkansas comes in on a bit of a rush. Can't turn the corner though. Now they center it, but it goes behind the goal. Tries to get it back to the point. It sneaks out and right back in for offsides. Bryson, his 9 goals, tied with David for second on the team behind Jackson, who has 10. Aiden skating in. Block shot from the wing, gets all the way to the goalie. It's loose, still loose, now whistled. Even as the goalie continued to scramble for it, I did hear the whistle. So whether the puck is loose or not, once that whistle goes, play is dead. Bryson skating into the face-off circle for Kirkwood, wins the draw back to Gavin, who dumps it down to Will behind the goal, centering, misses his mark, but Blake skates in, can't get a shot off, and Gavin will chase it into Kirkwood's own end. Behind the goal, up the boards, Will is there, but Arkansas stopped the exit, but dumped it right back in a little bit too quickly. It's offsides. Both teams go for a change. Faceoff will come to center ice where Liam Gale will take the draw for Kirkwood. Arkansas takes it, sneaks it over the blue line. Kirkwood is there, coming right back out. Jacob steps up. Arkansas sends it the other way. Bodie's waiting for it there. He's rushed by two Arkansas forward. Sam, one-on-one now, makes a move. And the defense catches up to him. Shot coming off the shoulder and into the glove. That was a really nice looking exit from Jacob. Looked like he was just clearing the zone, but got it on the tape for Sam. Had a one-on-one chance. Defender did enough to get him to slow down for the rest of his teammates to catch up. As the puck goes behind the goal, Jackson sends it back to Jaden, centering to Bryson. Shot falls loose in the low slot. Arkansas tries to skate it out, now up ahead. Out to center ice. Puck goes in deep, pops up, and falls to the Kirkwood defense. Jackson switches over to Jaden. Skating in. As Arkansas turns it over to Jackson. He gets it to Jaden, shoots. Stop there. Blake holds it in. Nice pass, slapper, comes back into the crease. It's loose, Bryson. Now from the wing, Kirkwood getting some good pressure here. Now Arkansas clears the zone, but Gavin's waiting for it at center ice, skates it right back in, stays on sides, into the corner, wrapping it around, gets it to Jaden. Arkansas finally relieving the pressure and now has a little bit of a rush. Turns the corner behind the defense, slides. Okay, the goal is off. Nice move down the near boards by Northwest Arkansas. Did not have numbers, but was able to navigate around the defense. Turned the corner, slid into the post as they made the final rush towards goal. Impressive stick handling there through traffic. Coming off of a long sustained shift by Kirkwood at the other end, generating both possession and pressure. Couldn't get a goal out of it. We stay 1-0 with 24 seconds left in the first period. Centering to, good stick by Bodie there to prevent a shot from the slot as Arkansas won that faceoff. And we're teeing up a slap shot from a very dangerous spot, but Bodie getting a stick to it before the shot could fly. Goes off sides, and the face-off comes to neutral ice. Liam back to Bodie, up ahead to Will. Chases it into the... Makes a move, shoots, loose, covered. And that does it for the first period of the regular season. Kirkwood taking a 1-0 lead into the first intermission. Both teams looking dangerous at either end. It hasn't been quite as fast break as it was in Wentzville when these two teams met up. But both teams generating good chances. As I did miss a penalty, we have Blake Warfel in the box for Kirkwood, skating with 4 against 5 for 50 more seconds there. Power play time for the Ice Hogs. As they turn it over though, Kirkwood tries to send it out. It's blocked by the black jerseys. Battle for it on the boards. Arkansas comes away with it. Behind the goal. Still battling it back there. Arkansas centering. Kick. That was a kick in the crease. I don't know that that would have counted. Arkansas. Nice glove save by Rory. In close. Just flash the leather real quickly there to keep it out of the goal and keep Kirkwood ahead 1-0. 15 seconds left on the Blake Warfel penalty to kill off for Kirkwood. Arkansas wins the draw. Good stick there to prevent a shot. Now it comes. That was a dangerous look for Arkansas. Again, finding space. They are able to navigate around this Kirkwood defense in real close. Buying time, looking for passes. Usually when you see the puck in so close to the goal, it's just a mad scramble, but Arkansas staying real calm and collective on the puck, really right next to the goal. And it's generated some real dangerous looks for them. Haven't cracked the code against Rory yet, but it's not for lack of trying. As now Kirkwood finally exits back to full strength. Jackson gets it over to Jaden. Back to Jackson. Easy glove save for Arkansas. But yeah, I'm not sure if there's an adjustment Kirkwood can make for when they are on defense and Arkansas has the puck in so close to the goal. They're just able to stay on the puck as this one comes in on goal, turned aside. Arkansas picks it up in the corner. Long stretch pass, broken up by Blake at center ice. Kirkwood coming the other way. It's Liam Gale on the puck. Into the corner, turns around, finds Sam in the face-off circle. Stolen away there. Arkansas going the other way. Gaining the blue line. Very soft shot, covered by Rory. So Kirkwood preserving its 1-0 lead here. Just under 10 minutes to go in the second period. Kirkwood takes the draw, sends it up those far boards, held in at the point, back into the slot, scoots wide of the post. Up to Will, does get it across the blue line, and now it comes back in offsides. Faceoff will come to center ice. We'll have Bryson taking the draw for Kirkwood. Aiden skates with it, ushers it ahead. Now Arkansas coming in with support. Kirkwood sends it to the other side. Now up high off the glass. Around the defender. They break through. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Can't get the handle. Will still on the puck for Kirkwood. Now Arkansas coming the other way. Collision there in the neutral zone. It's going to be a delayed penalty against Kirkwood. And the Stars touch it up there, so the whistle blows for the delayed penalty. Hard collision there in the neutral zone. So Arkansas will get its second power play of the game as Bryson goes to the box this time. Kirkwood still clinging to that 1-0 lead. Jackson winning the draw for the Stars into the corner. Puck does sneak out, and Arkansas has just not been patient enough on those moments when the puck sneaks out over the blue line. They've had several of those where they needed to wait for their teammates to clear the zone, but just send it right back in, and it whistled for offsides. Here they come, though. Behind the goal, looking for a pass, stolen away. Nice stick by Blake, but just sends it the length of the ice. And no icing here, as Arkansas is first to it back there. Again, icing waved off. Centering, Kirkwood shorthanded here. Out to Blake at the center line, up ahead to Jaden. Good stick by the defenseman to break up that attack, and Arkansas comes the other way. Centering. A slap shot coming from the top of the face-off circle. It's blocked there. Gavin on the puck for Kirkwood. Nice exit pass. Puck squirts away. 10 seconds left on the Bryson penalty. And here comes Arkansas shooting. Nice blocker save by Rory. Kirkwood returns to full strength. Gavin steps up. We've got Bryson behind everybody. Skating in. Shot. Scores! Bryson doubling Kirkwood's lead, fresh out of the box. As Kirkwood goes ahead 2-0, Bryson jumps out of the penalty box. Puck bounces favorably to him behind everybody. Keeps his speed to keep his space and doesn't miss from in close. And Bryson now should be the team leader in goals. Came into the game with 9, tied for second on the team with David. But 2 goals here in the regular season opener has him at 11, jumping past former team leader Jackson, who's sitting at 10. as Jacob skates it behind his own goal. Now changes directions, comes up that same way. Ahead to David there. Arkansas sends it back in. So Bryson on hat trick watch here in the regular season opener, giving Kirkwood a 2-0 lead. Rory and the defense have done well to keep Arkansas off the score sheet, but not for lack of chances. And now puck squirts loose. Arkansas does get back to first as they continue to battle on these near boards. David hustling in on the forecheck. Almost got to that puck first. I don't think the defender saw him as Arkansas comes in on the change. Had a chance to sneak behind the defense there. Kirkwood does get back. They reload at center ice, switching it to the wing. Shot coming. Glove saved by Rory. No problem for her there. As Kirkwood leads 2-0 here in the regular season opener. A first period and second period goal by Bryson, taking over the team lead in total goals. 11 goals matching his jersey number. A long stretch pass to Will behind everybody. Skates ahead, defense catches up, takes him down. Arm stays down as well, so we play on. And here comes Arkansas the other way. It comes into the slot. Nice save and nice clearance by the defense. Little bit of a nervy moment with that puck bouncing around. Did get just there ahead of the blue paint, but Rory was on top of it, and so was the defense. As Arkansas coming back for more, puck squirts ahead all the way to Rory, who covers. So 2-0 Kirkwood, just under 4.5 minutes left in the second period. Will be Liam Gale in the face-off circle for the Stars. Kirkwood wins the draw. Nice pass to Jackson, but broken up by Arkansas at center ice. They switch it to the far corner. Nice little chip past the defender. Jackson skating in, gaining speed, goes down. And Arkansas whistle. Is that a late? I think that's a late whistle for when Jackson went down there in the corner. So Kirkwood will get its first power play now. Jackson skating in with speed down those far boards, went down just ahead of the corner. And that is the first penalty against Arkansas today. Liam wins the draw, but it's intercepted by the Ice Hogs. Kirkwood keeps it in on the power play here. Comes out, Bodie tries to send it back in, picked off by Arkansas, skating in shorthanded, shot goes behind the goal. Jacob finds Jackson at the center line, over to Liam. Just strong enough to keep a breakaway from happening there. Jackson taking it back. Now Arkansas skating in. Weak shot from the face-off circle, no problem for Rory. Held in at the point, centered to the very high slot. Now Bodie chips it out. It comes back in offsides once again. not patient enough as that puck comes out to the neutral zone. So 29 seconds left on the Arkansas penalty. Kirkwood's first power play of the game. Leading 2-0 here with just under 3 minutes to go in the second period. Up ahead to David. Held in. Scramble for it in the face-off circle. It sneaks out to center ice. Gavin dumps it in. David on the puck, looking to re-enter. He does gain the blue line. Looking to turn the corner, goes behind the goal, wrap around. Point blank shot, but the goalie was there, had it all buttoned up. And now a whistle as Arkansas is out of the box and back to full strength. So face-off coming out to neutral ice. David turning the corner, going behind the goal for the wraparound. Goalie was in perfect position. As close as David was, he didn't really have much of a shot to take there. All sealed up on that near post. As Arkansas tries to shoot from the top of the face-off circle, it's blocked there. Still loose now on the dot. Backhand, Rory's there. Centering, shot, blocker save. Out to Sam. Arkansas keeps it in, sends it back down. Rory keeps it live. Gavin chips it off the boards now, out to Bryson. Skating ahead, he's on hat trick watch. It squirts loose all the way to the goalie. With 1:38 left here in the second stanza. Kirkwood leading 2-0 on the pair of goals by Bryson, the new team leader in goals for the season, matching his jersey number with 11. Kirkwood takes over, now chipped up ahead and out. Chasing it. Puck squirts into Kirkwood territory. Jacob sends it right back out. Aiden on the puck now. Battle for it in the face-off circle there at center ice. It comes into Arkansas's end. Liam in on the forecheck. Gets a stick to it. Will coming in to help. 2-on-2 battle behind the goal. Arkansas skating out with it. They've got just under a minute to go here. Arkansas still. Now Jacob on the puck, skating it out himself. Chips it off the boards, chases it down. Arkansas's first to it in the corner. Held in, shot. Quick trigger there, but it sends it wide. And Arkansas will just send it the length of the ice for icing with 25 seconds left in the middle period. 2-0 Kirkwood. So face-off will come all the way back to the other side. Bryson will take the face-off with the Lally Bros on his left and right, centering to Jaden. Blake skates over to keep it in, dumps it in deep behind the goal. Arkansas is there. They continue the wraparound up to the point where Gavin can't hold the line. But he's back on the puck now, ahead to Jaden. And that will do it for period number 2. Kirkwood doubling their lead. In that frame, Bryson, his second goal of the game. Bryson took a penalty there in the second period, and when he came out of the box, the puck bounced favorably to him behind everybody. He had the speed to maintain the space, give himself a clear shot, And he beat the goalie a second time as Kirkwood leads 2-0 here in the regular season opener for them. Arkansas is playing their second league game of the year, losing a 1-goal game to the Rockets in their opener. The Rockets giving Kirkwood some trouble as well last weekend, winning both of their head-to-head matchups in the Veterans Cup. And these three teams, Kirkwood, Arkansas, and the Rockets, look like the clear favorites, although Chesterfield may have something to say about that. And Merrimack is actually the second-ranked team out of that whole group. So it could be a deep league at the top of the table with a long list of contenders for that Blue Note Cup this year. It will be an even 8-team bracket, so no first-round buys. The regular season will only determine the first-round matchups, but nobody gets to skip around in this league this year with the even 8-team table. But lots of getting familiar to go here this season. So once that playoffs roll around, these teams will know each other very well, and I'm sure a lot of bad blood will be built up along the way. Centering pass into the slot. They shoot it back in. It was sneaking back up towards the crease behind the goal there. Kirkwood does get it out to safety, and now Bryson skating in. Arkansas on it. Now Kirkwood takes it back in the corner, makes a move. Centering, stopped by the defense. Good stick there. He skates it out himself. All the way into the face-off circle. Puts on the brakes there. Nice little angle behind the end line. Out to the point. No, good stick there by Jackson to get it out to neutral ice. And another offsides with another too quick of a re-entry by Arkansas. Face-off comes to the center dot. Arkansas wins the draw into their own zone. Here comes David in on the forecheck. Skate up there. Now Liam still on the puck. Arkansas takes it away up the boards. They've got numbers, but Kirkwood gets back on the puck. David gains the blue line. Puck is stolen. One-on-one here. Jacob hustling back. Coming in, shooting. Good save by Rory to keep it out. She preserves the clean sheet. Good stick by Jacob. That's an open ice hog on the back post. Good scoring chance for Arkansas there. As stolen away by Aiden. Sticks with it. He's going to turn on the Jets here. He's got some speed. Coming in, shooting. Hard shot, whistles over everything. And now Arkansas looking for a break. Coming in, trying to turn the corner. Behind the goal, and Jacobs on the puck for Kirkwood. Aiden back on the puck. Can't skate it out. And a soft bouncing shot gets to Rory. She keeps it live. Arkansas is on it. Centering. And Aiden blocks a shot there. Switches it, but well ahead of Will. That goes for icing. A better pass there would have sprung Will on a one-on-one. I do like the idea from Aiden. He tends to stay on the puck. He had space to skate it, usually. Puck comes through the crease. Rory lets it go into the corner. Gavin battling for it. It comes up ahead. Arkansas holds the line. Now David tries to get it out. Jaden gets a stick to it. David on the ice with the Valley Bros. This is a different line for Kirkwood. As here's Jackson up ahead to Jaden. He beats his man. Skating in, shooting. Good recovery by the defender to get a stick to that. Jaden tries to center it. Arkansas is on it. Can't hold the line. That's Blake. Regroups at center ice. Ahead to Jackson. Chipped off the boards. Here come the Ice Hogs. Slapper behind the goal. Arkansas forecheck comes in, gets it back. David sending it up the boards. Making a move is Jackson. He's got Jaden with him, 2-on-1. Oh, he turned the corner but missed his mark. Those two have an uncanny way of connecting in the offensive zone. Couldn't hook up there, and here comes Arkansas the other way. Turns the corner, shot, stopped, and cleared. Again into the slot, again cleared out to safety. Kirkwood keeps the sheet clean. But a move here. Shot coming, blocked by Bodie. Rebound. Another big save from Rory, kicking out the pads, keeping the clean sheet. 2-0 Kirkwood still. Bodie slaps it ahead to Liam. Has David with him. Tries to center it to David. Defense is there. Arkansas skating 3-on-2 the other way. Passes it to the wing. Good recovery. That's Jacob wearing the captaincy, getting back to break that one up. 7.5 minutes to go here. You can see Arkansas ramping up the urgency. Dumping it in. They get it behind the goal. Still on the top of the crease. Unmarked. Kirkwood gets it out. Here comes Will, sticking with it. 1-on-1, makes a move. And that's gonna be a penalty shot. It's in the goal. That is a goal for Kirkwood. There's a delayed penalty there. And is that Bryson completing the hat trick? A lot going on there. Lost track of the play. So Kirkwood comes in on the rush. Will was 1-on-1 with the defender, beat his man, but Arkansas catches up to him on the back check. The puck comes loose and a penalty is called, but Kirkwood still on possession. It is a delayed penalty. Bryson comes in to support the play, gets it in on the delayed call, and completes the hat trick, giving Kirkwood a 3-0 lead here in their regular season opener against Northwest Arkansas. Bryson started the day in second place on the team leaderboard with goals, had 9. He's now ahead of Jackson's 10 with 12. And Bryson, newly minted hat trick, takes the draw. Back to Gavin, who dumps it in. Arkansas wrapping it towards. Gavin skating with time and space behind the goal, up ahead to Will. Now centering to Bryson. Back to Will. Blake skates in to hold the line. Bryson there, shot, rebound, covered. Bryson looking for more, trying for goal number 4 there. David completed Kirkwood's first hat trick of the season in the Veterans Cup. Also added 3 assists that game for a 6-point game against the Northwest Chargers. Now Bryson completes a hat trick of his own here against Northwest Arkansas. And a shot from the wing goes into the glove. This game could be much closer than the 3-goal scoreline. Arkansas has had many dangerous chances at the other end. Rory has been on her A game, keeping them scoreless. But this game is much closer than the scoreboard suggests. .546 left to go here, as Arkansas loses the puck on the rush. Kirkwood coming back on the counter. Cleared out. Skating hard on the forward. Jacob can't beat his man on the boards. Puck does go ahead. Now back to Jacob, who clears the line. Arkansas takes it there. 2-on-2 here. Switches it. Tries to center, it's blocked. Jacob again, he's everywhere on defense, wearing that Captain C. Arkansas gains the blue line. Soft shot slides all the way to Rory, where she covers. Looking for her second shutout of the season if she can keep this sheet clean for another almost 5 minutes here. Arkansas does have the goalie pulled here with 4:47. That's earlier than you usually see, but it's a 3-goal margin they've got to try to battle back from. So I like the aggressiveness out of the Ice Hogs. Not afraid to pull the goalie early. Down by 3. As David gets on the puck at center ice. He loses it at the blue line. And Arkansas comes the other way. Bryson, nice little stick lift there. And a whistle. Arkansas will go into the penalty box. Looked like a hooking motion from the referee. So the goalie will come back off the bench, return between the pipes for this offensive zone face-off for Kirkwood. Back on the power play, leading 3-0 with 4:14 to go. Liam wins the draw. Puck comes back. Long slap shot. Misses everything. Aiden from the wing. Stopped. He gets back on the puck. Little backhand. They battle for it. Sneaks out of the zone to Gavin. Dumps it back in, onside. As Arkansas now skating. Short-handed here. Coming in, puck is loose. Aiden gets to it first. Will on the far boards. Skates back towards the center of the ice. Again, Arkansas short-handed, stopping them there. And Kirkwood regroups in its own end. Can't clear the zone. Now it's across the blue line. And Arkansas again clogging up the neutral zone. Coming in shorthanded. They're the team playing with much more urgency now. Down 3. As Liam gets on the puck and it's cleared all the way out. So even down a man, Arkansas looking like the team on the power play here, as they've had it on Kirkwood's side for most of this penalty. As David sticks with it, his pass misses its mark. Arkansas back to full strength. And he goes down. That's going to be a trip. And they late whistle there. Kirkwood had possession. They do finally blow it. So the delayed penalty for the trip will give Arkansas now a power play. Let's see if they keep the goalie pulled to go 6-on-4. They will do that. So down 3 goals. Arkansas goes on the power play. They pull the goalie for a 2-man advantage. Kirkwood wins the draw. And Jaden skates with it himself. Chips it forward. Jackson coming in on the forecheck. Jaden now winning the puck back. Looking for that empty goal. Centering. Open. Can't put it in. It stays out. Kirkwood's lead stays at 3. Here comes Arkansas skating in close and scoring. Spoiling the shutout here late with the power play goal. Skating 6-on-4. Arkansas finally cracks the code on Rory's stellar goalkeeping. And they're coming back for more. Back to full strength now after the goal. As Bryson makes a move, looking for goal number 4. He gets it with the empty netter. Bryson, his 4th goal of the game. So the quick answer by Kirkwood after giving up the first goal to Arkansas on the power play, get the empty netter right back. And it's 4-1 Stars with 1:38 left to go. Bryson scoring all 4 goals for Kirkwood. Now 13 on the season. Arkansas wins the blue line, skating in, shot from the face-off circle. Not sure if that was the blocker or the stick, but either way, it stays out. Loose puck is cleared. It's gonna go the length for icing. Just over a minute left in the regular season opener for Kirkwood. Four to 1 Stars. But Arkansas not giving up, still playing hard all the way to the end here. And David skating after it, but will not catch up to it. It is again whistled for icing. So we'll come back and do it again. Kirkwood wins the draw. Blake up. Sent back down by Arkansas behind the goal. Winning it in the corner. Out to the point. Long soft shot. Rory had the pad out. She didn't need it. Again held at the point. This time on the other side. Now wrapping around behind the goal. Liam gets to it first. Ahead to David here on the near boards. Back over the blue line, offsides. 26 seconds left in this first game of the regular season for the Kirkwood Stars. Bryson wins the draw. Goalie was coming out off the bench. Ended up being a pass right to them. Arkansas still skating hard. Puck goes behind the goal. Centered into the slot, blocked, and that's the buzzer. Kirkwood wins its first game of the regular season, 4-1 Arkansas. It was much more stressful than the scoreboard suggests. Arkansas looking very dangerous, but Rory playing her A game, keeping them scoreless most of the way until the late power play goal. Bryson scoring all 4 for Kirkwood and taking over the team lead for full season goals. That was a great test in the first game of the regular season for Kirkwood. Arkansas really just relentless on the offensive attack. They're gonna see that kind of speed from several of these teams, especially the Rockets. So learning how to deal with that counter-attacking style is going to be important for navigating the league table this year. That's all from Queenie Park at the Greensfelder Recreation Center as we say goodbye from the first game of league play.